Today, a new monster CPU that's not AMD or Intel. AMD responds to a major issue with the 7900 XTX. Nvidia confirms their new GPU, along with pricing, and discrete desktop GPU sales just hit a 20-year low. Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. First up for today, a new monster CPU has been revealed that isn't from AMD, Intel, or Apple. The new chip is a 32-core CPU that actually comes from the Chinese-based company Longsoon. What's interesting about the chip is that it was made by combining two of their 16-core 3C5000 chips. These come with 64 megabytes of cache and support for up to 8-channel DDR4 3200 memory. The new chip is called the 3D5000, and it comes with support for up to 4 processors for a whopping 128-core server. A single CPU apparently uses 130 watts while at 2 GHz and 170 while at 2.2 GHz. Now obviously that isn't all that fast, but it's interesting to see other companies implement a multi-chip module design, especially given they certainly don't have nodes that are anything like, say, TSMC. According to them, their new CPU can get 400 points in spec CPU 2006 with a single configuration, and 800 points with a dual configuration. The CPU is set for release in 2023, and while it certainly won't be able to compete with, say, AMD or Intel, it's a big step up for the company. But first, with new CPUs and GPUs coming out, make sure you're ready with Meld Alerts, the completely free sign-up that sends you an email when new PC hardware is releasing. Because let's be honest, keeping up with all the new PC hardware releases can be tricky. And don't worry, I'll only tell you important stuff like CPUs, GPUs, etc. Plus I'll send you great deals as those come out as well. That way you won't have to worry when new PC hardware is releasing. So yeah, it's completely free at meldalerts.com, and it only takes you a couple seconds. So make sure to check that out below. Next up for today, there have been reports surfacing about AMD's 7900 XTX getting some really high junction temps. We're talking hotspots getting as high as 110 degrees Celsius. Now, these do seem to only affect reference models, though it doesn't matter if you buy one from AMD directly or a board partner that sells the reference design. Either way, AMD just released an official statement on the matter. In the statement to Tom's Hardware, AMD says, quote, "We are aware that a limited number of users are experiencing unexpected thermal throttling on AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX graphics cards, reference models made by AMD. Users experiencing unexpected thermal throttling of an AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX should contact AMD support." Apparently AMD claimed that this was normal at one point, but obviously it's an issue if it's having to throttle back a lot, especially at these temps. The current theory is that it's due to uneven mounting pressure. Some claim to have fixed it by removing the TIM and instead using a thermal pad, but obviously that's not something you should have to do after shelling out $1,000 for a new GPU. Luckily, PowerColor has already started collecting data to investigate the issue, so it does seem like it's being taken seriously now. But this certainly doesn't look good, especially after all the melting connector fears. Of course, that ended up being a more benign issue, so hopefully this will be as well. Next up, we have a couple stories on Nvidia's upcoming GPU. For starters, Nvidia accidentally confirmed that their new GPU will in fact be the 4070 Ti. Of course, if you watch the channel, this isn't a big surprise. We've been hearing about it for quite a while now, but Nvidia has now made it official. The name as well as some specs were shared by Nvidia France, and while they pretty quickly took it down, it wasn't before leaker Momomo_US got a snapshot. As you can see, we have the 4070 Ti, which comes with 7,680 CUDA cores, a boost clock of 2.61 GHz, and 12 GB of GDDR6X memory. Basically, the 12 GB 4080 that Nvidia, quote, unlaunched. They also shared some performance numbers compared to the 3080, but these aren't rasterization and it includes frame generation, so it's not the best comparison. Of course, we recently saw a first benchmark that shows it to be around a 3090 Ti, and that brings me to the second story. According to multiple sources from WCCF Tech, Nvidia has informed board partners that the card's new price is $799, so $100 cheaper than the 12 GB 4080. The story claims that Nvidia originally planned to keep it the same price, but as I mentioned before, that would definitely be absurd. Then again, $800 is still insane, though it is cheaper than the 7900 XT. Though the 7900 XT is a pretty horribly priced product as well. I guess we shall see just how bad it is when reviews come out. And lastly for today, while GPU prices have gotten to absurd levels, both AMD and Nvidia will likely have to change something soon. According to a new report from John Petty Research, in Q3 of this year, discrete desktop GPU sales have hit a massive 20-year low. In fact, shipments of new standalone GPUs for desktops and laptops reached roughly 14 million, which may sound like a lot, but it's down a whopping 42% year over year. In total, GPU makers sold around 6.9 million discrete GPUs for desktop PCs, and that's what put it at a 20-year low. Now, part of the reason could be that more notebook discrete GPUs sell today than they did 20 years ago, but you can see that overall graphics, including integrated in general, is on the decline. In terms of market share, Nvidia actually gained some, while AMD went all the way down to 10%, and Intel actually gained 4% market share with their ARC GPUs. At the end of the day, thanks to the pandemic, massive inflation, crypto crash, and more, GPU sales are way down from last year, especially discrete desktop GPUs, so GPU makers should be forced to lower prices to something more reasonable, especially since these new prices were likely set with the expectation of selling quite a bit more, given we're talking about a new generation of GPUs. Simply put, if it keeps going, MSRP should be a thing of the past. So while that does it for today, what do you think about GPUs today? And what about that new 32-core CPU? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.